clip. Kimberly, you ready? I'm about to play a clip. I need you to get ready because it's going to be your time to shine.
Take some sips of water.
Take some sips of water. Let's talk about what happened in Mexico over the weekend.
Tourists are stuck in Mexico tonight as violence erupts following the targeted killing of cartel leader El Mencho, one of the country's most powerful criminal organizations. The surge in violence has prompted flight cancellations, roadblocks, and even cruise line disruptions.
KTLA's Rachel Minitoff joins us live from the news center with the latest on this chaotic situation in Mexico. Rachel.
John, Cher, good evening. Tourists are telling us that things seem to be calming down a little bit today, but there's still a lot of uncertainty about when they'll be able to leave their homes and hotels and when flights will be back up and running.
At least 70 people have died in the attempt to capture notorious Jalisco New Generation cartel leader and in the violent aftermath of his death. Some are security forces, others are suspected members of the cartel. 25 members of the Mexico National Guard were killed in retaliatory violence as gang members blocked roads and set fires to cars and businesses. Nemesio Oseguro Cervantes, better known as El Mencho, was hiding out in a city 2 hours southwest of Guadalajara. Mexican authorities followed one of his romantic partners to his hideaway, and a gun battle ensued. The drug lord and 8 members of his cartel died on the way to Mexico City.
They did it with American generated intelligence and target packaging.
Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum says she's restoring peace and security. El Mencho was the boss of the fast-growing criminal organization known for trafficking fentanyl, meth, and cocaine into the U.S. and attacking local government officials.
This is a moment to be very, very careful if you're in Mexico.
The U.S. State Department is urging Americans in parts of Mexico to shelter in place. Aaron Mason is one of them.
They said to us before they left, they said, we really want to be, take this seriously, stay home, don't go out. We don't think that they would do anything, the cartels would do anything harmful to you, but you just never know.
And most major U.S. airlines have canceled flights to and from Guadalajara and PV. President Sheinbaum says she anticipates those flights will resume by the end of today or at the very latest by tomorrow. Live in the news center, I'm Rachel Minitoff.
Okay, Kimberly, what is going on in Mexico that the news is not telling us? Go.
Well, I think this was directly after Mexico sent aid to Cuba, which the United States didn't like, and I love. And also after Claudia Sheinbaum also had this press conference talking about how Mexico is the new largest trade partner with the United States. So I think behind closed doors, it's like, I'll give you this, you give me that. But since 2006, ending in 2006, 2007 to present, there have been about 350,000 to 400,000 dead Mexicans due to these cartel drug wars. The real solution to the drug cartels would be to legalize and regulate these illicit drugs, the same as prostitution, not through drug wars, because when you start drug wars, which, like I said, we only see what they present to us because the CIA and the DEA work with these cartels, helped create some of these cartels like the Zetas, and not just in Mexico, but in the Americas and all over the world, like we saw with Afghanistan, and pause in Afghanistan for emphasis because it was very sad what they did there. And with the CIA and actually this particular cartel, earlier in December 2025, they captured this ex-DEA agent who was laundering approximately $12 million for this cartel. Didn't hear a peep about it in the news. They'll arrest and incarcerate a lot of the lower level cartel members and launderers, but when it comes to actually addressing the root issue of drugs, which the number one customer of these illicit drugs is going to be the American, because we're riddled with diseases of despair and this consumeristic American culture. So that would be the real solution, would be to address socioeconomic issues here, socioeconomic issues in Mexico, but they're not going to do that because both governments profit off of the illegal drug the illegal drug corporations, which including the cocaine import agency, starting with them actually.
Enzo, I want to get you in here. The Zinc, a fan of our shows, thank you, The Zinc, for watching. Does America have a drug smuggling problem or a drug problem? What do you think?
It's a drug problem.
I mean, back in the 60s and 70s, it was a drug smuggling problem with the CIA, as well as all these three-letter agencies bringing drugs into the United States. In 2026, no, we have a fucking drug problem. And I have no problem with the United States training military forces in Mexico to take down the cartel. This is something that I've been wanting for the longest time. Cut the head off the snake, not legalize and let everybody run rampant with drugs in the United States. We can see what that already does. We can look at like Oregon, we can look at Washington State, of them legalizing drugs and having safe injection centers, as well as New York too. It's terrible. It's not the answer. You're going to have more overdoses. You're going to have more people hooked on drugs than anything like that. I'd rather have no drugs in the United States since Donald Trump what he's been doing with taking out the cartel boats in since we've been taking out the cartel boats, overdoses have dropped. I think it was like 20% or something like that in the United States. So let's keep doing this. Let's take the head off.
Where did you see that? Can you send me that?
I can pull it up. Yeah, I got you. I can find it again.
If you cut off the snake, if you cut off the head of the snake, 10 snakes will grow in its place. That's exactly what happened after Felipe Calderon started the drug wars in 2006, 2007.
Enzo, when you have it pulled up, you can share the screen if you pull it up on the computer. Sorry to cut you off, Kim. Go ahead, Kim. But I want to get some other people in here. Ethan, what's your response? Do you think because this is a recap of Trump's year, right? I mean, we're about to listen to him. What has he accomplished? He blew up a bunch of boats off of South America leading up to where we're at today. Do you think this had to do with that? Do you think it helped us in America? What's your thoughts? Can you hear me?
Wait, who was the question for?
You.
Oh, no, the audio did the thing again, but I got my headphones back in. It was like flick on and off. No, okay, so the thing is, when we look at how drugs get smuggled into the United States, the overwhelming majority is through ports of entry, right? This idea that like, oh, people are like, maybe crossing the border and then like they're throwing drug bags like over it or something is just absurd. They're coming in through legal ports of entry. I know Enzo was talking about blowing up the drug boats, but the United States has proven or given zero evidence that these are actually drug boats. Some of them, yeah, probably are, but we have no idea like how many people are getting like blown up who are being human trafficked, which would be killing innocent people, which is disgusting. As for should we be killing the drug cartel members or like legalizing it, I'll actually say I do agree with Enzo over here. Something I'm totally in favor for to get Mexico's government stabilized is like some kind of like United States intervention, whether that be through like maybe aerial support or intelligence, like what we just did. That's something I'm actually in favor for. But the idea that like, legalizing the drugs there would take away like the drug cartel's influence. No, these people effectively do have to go.
Wow, Enzo and Ethan agree on something. Mia, what's your thoughts, Miss America First? We need to mind our business. Should we mind our business or send support to Mexico?
I feel like if Mexico asks for support, we should absolutely oblige them. However, I mean, I kind of am more of the mind of Enzo. I mean, we have the statistics from Canada. So legalizing drugs has not made Canada safer. If anything, it has compounded and made their opioid crisis worse. I mean, the information's on the internet. At this point in time, legalizing drugs would not help us. It's going to hurt us and more people are going to die. So, I mean, I'm not saying we strong arm Mexico, but I'm saying at this point in time, we need to collaborate with them because we have a drug problem here and they have a cartel problem there, which is not helping us. Either way, we're going to have to work together to solve this problem. I would hope that Mexico would want to work with the United States and we would want to work with them. But I think I am absolutely against legalizing any sort of drugs at this point in time outside of marijuana because, I mean, Canada is the proof in the pudding. They legalized it there, and they have more deaths now than they had before. I mean, we're talking 68% higher. I mean, it does not help. So unless we're going to like really try to find a way, I mean, we're going to have to, something's got to give. So either Mexico's going to have to get their shit together, or we're going to have to go down there for them and get their shit together. I mean, I guess this Jalisco group of people or whatever, there's like 20 or 30,000 people. I don't understand why Mexico can't just kill them all. Just kill them. I mean, just kill them all. That's only 30,000 people. Get rid of them. I mean, there are millions of people that could survive.
That
just
is
kill them all.
so horrible.
Like, just kill them all. I'm like, these people will
Kill them
literally
all.
kill you and cut your heads off with machetes.
No.
Kill them all.
Massacre them.
And then we would
Okay,
eliminate
okay.
the problem.
That
I'm
is
sorry,
Kick them in the hole.
problem. It's gonna
Why-
make the problem worse because
I mean,
people-
they're terrorizing entire cities full of millions of people. I mean,
Yeah,
they've
they
killed
probably
hundreds
killed
of
more
thousands of
people.
people. If we tally up all of the deaths from all of the cartels for the last 80 years, we're talking hundreds of thousands, if not millions of Mexicans. I mean, at this point in time, eliminate them because they're a problem and we need to solve this problem.
I just said that right now. From
Nice.
since 2006, it's been about 350 to 400,000 deaths. It's not
See?
just
30,000.
legalizing.
Drop in the bucket.
It's not just legalizing and regulating. It's addressing the root causes of drug use. So providing socioeconomic relief to the people with diseases of despair who do drugs. Also,
Addiction's not a disease.
just
It
to
is.
throw that out there, if you do use drugs, use them responsibly.
It's a choice. Drug addiction is a choice. At the end of the day, it's not a disease like anybody wants to tell you.
That's not true.
It is the truth. Because I come
Well,
from a
both.
family.
It's an addiction and
I
a
come
disease.
from a family of addicts. It is not a disease. It's a choice. You choose to put that needle in your arm. You choose to put that dollar bill in your nose. You choose to put that joint in your mouth. I did drugs for a very long time. I used to do coke like it was going out of style, and I stopped like that because I wanted to. Anybody who says it's a fucking disease, you're fucking delusional. And I have plenty of family that are friends that are family and friends that have gotten clean on their own accord because they wanted to, not because they were ever forced to do it because they have a disease. The disease is the enablers in the family who will allow them to go to rehab
That's
15 times and then relapse and then come out and do the same exact thing 15 fucking times. That's the disease, not the person fucking sticking the fucking paper bill up your nose doing it. We're sticking a needle in your arm. That's your choice.
I gotta agree with that.
Is depression a choice?
Huh?
Is depression a choice?
Depression is a choice. Yeah, you can pull yourself out of that easy.
Okay, so like people who are like mentally depressed, like they should just like get over it, right?
Yeah, they should get over it. They should put their mind into a better
depression
place.
is a natural thing.
Depression.
I would say it's natural. We all go
Listen,
through.
I don't agree. I don't
depression
agree
and
with
stuff
saying addiction's a choice. Depression is this, that, whatever it is. That poverty is that's a social issue. That if you're homeless, that you need help from everybody else. No.
Do you think like mental illnesses like actually exist?
Yeah, certain ones that are diagnosed under the DSM-5, sure, like transgender
Like
and gender
depression.
dysphoria.
There's nothing wrong with being LGBT. When it comes to
There is.
socioeconomic issues,
Well,
there isn't.
there's a lot wrong with it.
No,
It's
there
the
isn't.
fall of civilization.
Let's
Shout out
not
to
drag
my
this.
friends.
Hold on.
I'll
Okay.
let you guys also drag
Wait.
So Enzo, you know that depression is in the
Wait,
DSM-5,
hold on,
right?
hold on, wait. Like,
Cool.
let's get the fellas up top in here. Bray, what were you saying?
I was just telling Enzo the word he was looking for was socioeconomic. Is what he-
Okay,
Sorry, I stumble on my words.
Yeah.
it's okay. Andre, what were you saying about depression?
Oh, I would say it's just a natural thing. I mean, we all go through depression. It's something that we all experience in various points of our life. And it's a challenge that we have to overcome. I mean, life is about struggle. I mean, it's not something that like, oh, life is about rainbows and hugs and kisses. I mean, we're all going to have depression in our life. You know, some of the most powerful, most successful people have depression. Some of the poorest, downtrodden people have depression. It's a natural thing. I mean, it's just a natural existence. On to the Mexico stuff. Yeah, I'm not for legalizing drugs. Coming from the Black community, definitely not for legalizing drugs. We push this shit and glorify it so much, and we have a big problem. So hell no, we're not going to do that at all. That's going to destroy us completely. I think we should be running the same operations that we did for Israel in the Middle East when we're going after these terrorist organizations. We should do the same thing for the cartels. We should have been doing that instead of doing what we did with Venezuela. With Maduro, we should have did that with the cartels a long time ago. But we want to do that with Venezuela simply because Venezuela and Iran work together and we need to sever their economic ties. So that was a whole bullshit operation. If Trump would have started this way, going after the cartels a lot harder, I think he would have had a successful first year. I think that would have won a lot of people over. There are a lot of Americans who've experienced, dealing with drugs, or even people at the south of our border who's dealt with the cartels, or have seen what the cartels, or people who are coming here to this country legally and illegally, who have experienced the terror and reign of the cartels. So I think he was smart and not so pro-Jew and pro-Zionist and pro-Israel and focusing on the Middle East for the entire year. He would have focused on that. It would have been good. But we're talking about addiction, and we're talking about the drug problem. The war on drugs has failed because instead of attacking the root of the problem, the cartels, the CIA, the DEA, all the big pharmaceutical companies, really, that's the big enemy. We decided to go after the common man. We decided to go after, the person doing, whatever. This goes back to Reagan. Reagan destroyed a lot of the mental asylums, the rehab centers, all the stuff that we were actually working on and trying to improve. He got rid of that. So thank you, Republicans. And also Clinton doubled down on it. Thank you, Clinton. Thank you, Democrats. Thank you, everybody from the two-party system who pretty much doubled down on destroying any stability or any foundation of getting out the problem, just to drum up more profit for the pharmaceutical companies and to push for more conflict instead of actually trying to stabilize these places. What we should be doing is go after the cartels. And honestly, I'm okay with annexing Mexico. I don't give a fuck. Fuck Mexico. You guys can't run your shit anymore.
Whoa.
Bodega's over. No more bodega. Oh, no more hacienda. It's over. Burrito Noches Tacos. It's gone. There we go. I think I am for American supremacy. I think Canada should be a part of the United States. I think Mexico should be a part of the United States. We should rule, all right? If they actually want to have a good life and a good system, you know what? Get this shit together and we'll make you a state, buddy. We'll make you maybe a territory first, and we'll think about NATO in 50 years. NATO, fuck NATO. Who gives a fuck about NATO? Fuck NATO.
I mean, like,
we are NATO. That's the thing.
NATO's a fucking joke.
I think Israel, hold on. I think Israel would nuke us. Samson option. Yes, they would.
So
Israel
the United States went to start annexing countries.
It is a joke.
So then you don't think that they would retaliate against us with nuclear force?
Look at NATO.
So let me answer that question. Let me answer that question.
They sent 30 fucking people to Greenland to back up Greenland. They're a fucking joke. Yeah. If it wasn't for us, they wouldn't have half the technology they have. Yeah, try to nuke us. We'll flip the switch so you can't even turn your shit on. Try it.
That's not.
I'm going to say this, Ethan. Hold on, Ethan. I'm going to say this. The Europeans are too pussy to do anything in their own country. So I don't really care what the Europeans have to say. We're a civilizational power. We're a civilizational state. So we can do it. We can take a shit over here, and they're going to have to smell it and deal